I feel like a little bit of a broken record here saying we are working on a relief bill that both sides can compromise on. Congressman Gottheimer, where do we stand right now?
Well, Becky, good news. I know you thought we wouldn't get there, but we're going to introduce legislation today. Again, this is the package we've been talking about, $908 billion combined COVID relief emergency package to really address the major needs over the next few months and what are obviously clearly the toughest times right now from the pandemics, from what we're facing the pandemic, and obviously to get us into the next administration. It covers the major pillars we've been talking about, everything from unemployment, helping families, to small businesses, to vaccine deployment, which is obviously critically important right now, to food security and assistance, to helping those families on food lines for the first time, and really to get us through the toughest time. It's bipartisan, bicameral in the Senate and the House, and we'll be doing that later today.
Congressman Reed, when you all say you're introducing this legislation, does that mean it will get a vote on the House floor and on the Senate floor?
Well, that's what we'll have to continue to work for. But what we're showing here with this combined bill of $908 billion, most importantly, is that there's Republican and Democrats that can work out the issues of liability protection that is greatly needed in regards to this emergency situation, and the issue of state and local aid. And that has been the sticky wicket, if you would, that we had to get to the finish line. Now, obviously, there's going to be some disagreement. I believe today you'll see that they're splitting these bills in the Senate. But working with a guy like Josh Gottheimer on the Democratic side, and the Problem Solvers Caucus members themselves, who are sincere, good faith members, I think we found a way to bring that together. And hopefully talk to our House colleagues. We'll show we can figure out the final issues on liability in state and local, and also add that so that we get a whole $908 billion deal put together.
Congressman Gottheimer, it sounds like you all can put together a bill that you can find plenty of Democrats and Republicans to agree with. I'd ask, A, how many of those, and how come your leaders can't seem to do the same?
Well, as you know, in the Problem Solvers Caucus, there's 50 of us, 25 Democrats and 25 Republicans in the House. We've been working with a phenomenal group of bipartisan in the Senate. There's definitely momentum here, and I believe we've been in regular touch with leadership on both sides. And we're really hopeful this will be the package that will be part of the final agreement that we have to vote on this week. You know, it looks like we're going home at the end of this week. People can't wait anymore. We've lost 1 out of every 500 residents in New Jersey to COVID. We're 6,000 new cases a day. 30% of small businesses have already gone out. We've got to help people. And I think the pressure is on, as you've said, Becky, not just in Washington, but everyone's feeling it at home. And we've got to get this done. You look at our state and local governments, they're critically important. They're on the front lines now of getting this vaccine out. Now's not the time to leave them in the lurch. So this has to get done. We really have no choice, and I think our leadership recognizes that.
Congressman Reed, what kind of odds would you give this as something that will be done by the end of this week?
Well, I'll tell you, we have to. You know, we've had over 30-plus Republican members sign on a letter that we worked with them on to say we're not leaving until we get COVID relief done. We have other measures that have to pass, the funding of the government, other issues that have to be resolved. And so this is kind of the final legislative vehicle before we go into the next year of the next Congress. So there's a multitude of issues that have to be resolved. And this is a prime opportunity to show the American people that we can govern again. And guys like us in the Problem Solvers Caucus with Josh and myself and the 50 members are just true patriots that want to put America first. We can compromise on liability and state and local, and then all the other additional relief that Josh has already articulated and laid out that the American people need today. Now's the time to respond and listen to the American people and get it done. That's what our job is to do. And now the leadership is in a position. We showed the path, finish it off, get it to the finish line. We laid the groundwork for you to get it done.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.